What's up, Cookinators? Welcome back to another movie review. We're going to be reviewing a movie that stars The Weeknd, Jenna Ortega, and Barry Keoghan in this musical psychological thriller, Hurry Up Tomorrow. And this is a movie where The Weeknd, playing himself, tries to grieve over his recent breakup. His best friend, who's on the tour with him, tries to help him in any way he can by distracting him from his breakup while also being that hype up man for The Weeknd for his shows. And on the next upcoming performance, The Weeknd meets a fan, Anima. It decides to take her on a fun night of the town, and then soon after, things get a little chaotic and a little out of control. I had the privilege to watch this movie pretty much 2 days early. There was an early screening for it, and I remember watching the trailer, kind of not really knowing what this movie was about, and there was only like two official trailers that came out. I was still confused what was going on, but I was excited because it's The Weeknd and Jenna Ortega and Barry Keoghan. I was intrigued and I was willing to watch it. But now after watching this movie, I was not the only one that kind of thought so in terms of like not knowing what was going on, because this movie almost had like no plot. There's like almost no character narrative. And this movie has been in development since like early 2023. So it's been 2 years that the movie's been in production. I'm not exactly sure what the timeline is of making this album while this movie was happening. I'm pretty sure like somewhat recently The Weeknd's been working on the album in terms of like someone hand in hand promoting the movie and the movie kind of doing the same thing, vice versa. But in terms of what the movie was kind of about, that because of the mental stress he was going under, it really affects his vocal ability, so he almost could not sing properly on stage. And apparently it did happen on his After Hours Till Dawn tour back in September 2022, where he messed up his singing while in mid performance, and they had to stop the show. But that moment in the movie, that kind of transitions into meeting Jenna Ortega's character in the movie, and that's how they end up sharing the screen time throughout the rest of the movie. At the end of the movie, it does pay tribute to Kevin Turan, who is a producer of this movie, only for a short time before he sadly passed away in 2023, which he has worked on some movies like X, Pearl, Maxine, AXL, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. But this movie is directed by Trey Edward Schultz, who also directed Waves, It Comes at Night, and Krisha. Not familiar with any of those films, but if you guys have watched these, there's a reference of how this movie's going to be. But here are my actual thoughts of the movie. Again, yeah, there's like if almost no plot. There's like no character narrative. There's little development. It almost didn't really go anywhere. And with this movie being an hour and 45 minutes, this felt like a long music video. Good things about it though, I appreciate the cinematography. A lot of strobing lights though, and they do put that warning before the movie starts. And the music production was pretty cool. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. So I did rate this movie 1.5 stars out of 5 on Letterboxd, because yeah, I minimally enjoyed this movie just for how cool it looked and how the music was going throughout the movie. But other than that, yeah, this movie was not really it for me. So sadly, overall, this is the worst movie that I've seen in this year. But yeah, that's some little development history, some facts, and my personal thoughts of the movie Hurry Up Tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed this review, give it a like, comment. What you guys think of the movie if you've seen it? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on the bell so you guys won't miss any of my videos when they come on my channel. I'll see you guys later.